I'm Captain Jamie Hough with Redfish Mafia, and what we're going to do today is we have picked up some grouper and snapper carcasses from a local fisherman after they were cleaned and taken to market, and there was a ton of meat left on these fish. So the collars of groupers and collars of snappers and the cheeks are some of my favorite parts of the fish. So we've already gotten all that meat off of the fish, and now what we're going to do is take the skin off and take all the bones out and get them ready to go in the fryer. So this boning knife is the perfect knife for this. I always like to get close to the edge of the cutting board. Just hold a piece of that skin with your finger. And this is a piece of a collar from a grouper. We're gonna put them in the fryer in chunks. So it's okay to go ahead and start cutting them. We're not gonna fry the whole chunk and give it to one person. So we wanna take out all these little strings, all the sinew. You get up around the head and stuff, there's gonna be a lot of tendons. There's all kind of connective tissue, and you just wanna get rid of that, you know. You don't have to, but it's just gonna make a much better dining experience for whoever gets this piece of meat. And this is definitely one of those situations where you want to have a super sharp knife. And the reason being is because you want little light, graceful swipes, and that way you're not wasting meat. These are some big trout fillets that we caught today. And so what I like to do with those is I cut the backbone out, where you always see that little bit of a red bloodline. And so you can get little tips of the backbone segments can be in there. So I like to cut those out, get rid of all the bones. And so I always do half cornmeal, half flour for my breading. Get that all mixed up, and you're ready to roll. Gonna take this bowl we just cleaned. We're gonna crack a few eggs in it and put in some heavy cream, make egg wash. Always crack your egg on a flat surface. That way, if you crack it on the corner or something, like the corner of a frying pan, it pushes shell into the egg. And just like scrambled eggs, the key to this is whip it with a whisk, and you wanna get some air in it, get some volume in it. I always put milk in my scrambled eggs and then whisk it until you get some volume. So here we are outside. We like to do fish fries outside in the backyard. It's a beautiful afternoon. And so we've got the fish, we're heating up the oil, got some egg wash and flour and spices and cornmeal. And as soon as that gets up to 350, we're gonna be putting these bad boys in there. Get them all washed up. That way, that's what we call a binder. It's gonna get our flour to stick to it. We take these and drip them dry a little bit and drop them down in this flour. So 350 is where you want it. You don't want it to get much hotter than that. Doing it, man, doing it. See that white coming out? That's just like if you put salmon in the oven, you know it's done when the white's coming out. It's just the fat. What we got here is the finished product. We've got grouper collars, snapper collars, grouper snapper cheeks. Thrown in here is a little bit of speckled sea trout roe, big chunks. They're actually really, really good when you fry them or you pan saute them. And then we've got in here some whole sea trout fillets. Tonight with the fried fish, we're gonna have some jambalaya with chicken and sausage. We've obviously got boiled peanuts as a little appetizer, homemade tartar sauce, homemade cocktail sauce, homemade margaritas. And then the coup de grace, for me, one of my favorite things is Mexican street corn. So I'm about to go upstairs and assemble the street corn right now and bring it back down, and then we're gonna chow down, man.